This is Sincere Milk, Lion's Den. My name is Yahawah. I camp out with Lion's Den Yahawah in Jacksonville. First, I would like to say a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the apostles, and to the women and children. Kal, Harayam, La, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Bahasham, Ha, Rodash, Kodash, Mark, all praise to Yahawah, in the name of Yahawashi, in spirit and holy and truth. Double honors to the elders of GMS, honor to my elder, Awam, salutation to the apostles who are in the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth, to the women and children, Shalom. Today's edification is going to be about condemnations of the legal experts and the Pharisees. Yeah, I'm still going with that, and the reason is because they play a big part. Okay, the so-called legal system, the scribes, right? They're the ones that make all this paperwork of laws, right? And then they start selling it, right? But since they use what they call that terminology language, it sounds like any language they choose to speak. And here, so-called America, speaking English, they will say it is the law. It's when you start asking them to show you the law that they start getting shaky and they start making noise with their drawer. The phone starts ringing. They're busy. They gotta go to the bathroom. Secretary, I think I heard her calling me. I'll be back in 2 hours and 2 days. When I live in Missouri, people, when I have my car in the plates, it says show me the law, right? So it's a show me town over there. When they pull you over, the officer already knows that he can't just be going like this. Hey, you got to show me the law, buddy. What you're saying here. A lot of them don't like that, they'll kick you, lock you up. But since they're going to keep bringing the, to program people with the topic about the virus, right? How bad it's getting, how there's going to be new ones coming worse than the other one. That even though I'm not promoting you should read many books, but you should read document facts, books, right, that will tell you that these things of, pharmaceutical, okay, and what else? Hospitals, right, health department, military, and corporation, because they're all corporations, how they're using this to give you the mark of the beast, right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and speckled birds. Now it came out a couple of days ago. It was sent to me by one of my brothers that they're gonna start going. They're gonna go after the Latino children's, right? All ages. They want to put that mark in them, And looking at all that and, reading scripture, it kind of dawned on me. I said, I haven't seen, and maybe when I say it now, it will come out. They'll start doing it just to keep deceiving people. I haven't seen no attorneys making YouTubes for free, giving consultation about the people. They have rights. Where are all these lawyers that are, to protect you when corporations break the law and are saying that they're above God's law, right? Because, I don't know if you're aware of it, but every corporation that works for the government has to take an oath, even the lawyers, right? Just like the officers, right? Just like the military, right? Just to show you what a big act and what a big fake they are, right? I mean, all these years that they've been studying law, and they can't come on and make a YouTube and say, listen, this is too serious for me to be thinking about making money, okay? A lot of people are dying because of this, right? Because it's only two things. out of nature, right, brought this virus, meaning Yahawah and Yahawashi brought it, or they created it, which this is what this is going to talk about. There's a private investigator, right, Dr. Leonard Horowitz, okay? He talks about how they dug up viruses, right, took care of them, right, to use them for war, right? So this book went, by the way, this book went worldwide, okay? It's all over the world. They know about this man. Matter of fact, when I went to the islands of Aruba, I bumped into him over there. He said, hey, what we doing? What you doing over here? You know? So he was traveling at one time. Anyway, no lawyers are coming up making YouTubes. It's all they're all real quiet now. When they should be coming and say, listen, no money, okay? Here's the law. Corporations are doing this. You know, they're breaking the law. Now they're saying they're above God's law, right? And they're very happy and proud about it. So you better get ready, you jakes, because, cashless society, the mark of the beast, right? It's around the corner. I'm going to move to Matthew 23, verse 13. And it goes like this in red letters, by the way. But woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. For you neither go in yourselves, nor do you allow those who are entering to go in it. You know, you can see just by that verse alone that we live in a corrupted world called hell that is not ours, right? They want to keep convincing that everything that they do that is wicked to call it good. And anything that is righteous to call it wicked. I mean, they will go to the extreme, for you to agree with them. And that's what they're going to do now. They're going to go to the extreme, right? To convince the multitude to take the mark of the beast. If you have to starve and drop dead, so be it. They need us to fight their dirty work. You see? So, you got to start waking up, Jakes. I'm moving to Luke chapter 11, verse 52. 11. 52 in red letters also. Yahawashi speaking, okay? Woe to you lawyers, for you have taken away the key of knowledge, right? Of law, okay? You don't really need to be going to a lawyer, right? The same books they have, we're supposed to have them. We're not even supposed to even be paying for those books because those books also belong to us. Okay? You did not enter into yourselves, and those who were entering in you hinder. Okay? When people want to apply the law and go to the courts, they say, oh no, that the way you type it, it has to be two spaced, right? The letter has to be like this. This paper material is not the one we use, there's a backup delay, you might have to pay extra for that. Or we forgot, because of all the paper we got piled up, and then they show you a whole bunch of paper that they always have piled up. They always stay there, you can go like this, and they will not fall. Okay, they all glued together. Moving on. Matthew 23, verse 14 and 15. Yeah. They give a lot of excuses. Again, in red letters, verse 14, Yahawashi speak. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you devour the widow's house, and for a pretense make long prayers therefore you will receive greater condemnation. Verse 15, in red letters again, woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you travel land and sea to win one proselyte, and when he is won, you make him twice as much a son of hell as yourselves. And where they do that at? At the 501c3 Incorporated Church. Yeah, it's very entertaining, right? All the music that they're playing, right? All those single women going there, right? That's the only time you see them wearing a dress, right? That's the only time you see them wearing a dress with high heels, looking real nice, right? You go, wow, that almost looks like a lady. But after they leave the church, right? They just take that clothes. They got those tight leotards on, right? Some of them now, so bold, they only wear a blouse with no bra. Okay? And what they do in the churches is that they indoctrinate you, right? With their paganism holidays, right? And everything else. To the point where, you love hell. You start calling it your home, your kingdom. It's not even yours, okay? Moving to 16. Also, in red letters, another woe. That is good, huh? Woe to you, blind guys, who say whoever swears by the temple, it is nothing but whoever swears by the gold of the temple. He is obligated to perform it. Okay? And of course, these people, when they go to the churches, they do take oaths, just like when we, people who come into America, right? To stay, they got to take an oath, and that they will go and fight, murder, rape, and kill. For the Edomites, while they stay home, they'll send, what they call them, refugees, right? When the refugees are the Edomites, right? I mean, when you take the time and make the time to read scripture, right? And sincerely and truth to the best of your ability. And for those who have a hard time reading, you can play it also, right? And if you're blind, you can play it and hear it, okay? Anyway, they're fugitives. They come from the descendants all the way back from Cain, who killed his brother, what? Abel, right? He murdered his brother. So, they're really fugitive and vagabonds who've been running around the world, right, doing the same thing over and over, repeating what he did to what he did to his brother. He's doing to the multitude, to the people, right? Murdering, stealing, raping, lying, deceiving, right? And living on stolen property. Okay? And they don't like when we speak like this, when we're doing it from the scripture. We have authority to do what we do. Okay? And they want to call us what they call that, black Israelites, right? When my brothers are not black, the different shades of color. Okay? But I never met a black black as a crayon, by the way, right? Edomites like to call themselves what? White, right? And they're not even white, okay? So this is how crazy that, a lot of Jakes believe the crap that these Edomites say. And I understand, when we were young, yeah, you don't know any better. You go, oh, wow, okay, But as you get older, man, come on. You can't keep holding to that stiff-neck mentality that you want to hold on to. Moving to, by the way, proselyte, I got it right here. A person who has converted from one opinion, religion, or partly to another. Okay? Well, unfortunately, we're not talking about religion here. We're not a religious group or people. We are Israelites. It's about nationality, right? Identity and inheritance. Now, when you talk about Seventh-day Adventists, that's a religion, right? A man-made up belief system, right? Jehovah's Witness, right? Mormons, okay? That's a religion, okay? This pagan law that we are forced to live in, that's a religion, right? Corporations making their own rules onto themselves, right? To show that they're above God's law, right? Yahawashi and Yahawashi, and demand and force, rape, to put those jabs in people. That's a religion, right? That's what they call it science, right? You don't see them using the word Yahawah. No. They start doing that, they're going to get hit with lightning. Matthew chapter 5, verse 33. Chapter 5. Yeah, they're going to have to do that Tom Cruise move, right? Zigzagging when lightning is striking. Give me a minute, I'm going there to it. Here we go. 33, verse 33 says, in red letters also, again, you have heard that it was said to those of old, you shall not swear falsely, but shall perform your oath to Yahawah. Well, when somebody's becoming president, right, he takes an oath, right? You don't see him on your nation TV afraid of Yahawashi and Yahawashi. Not yet, but he will be, okay? Or somebody who goes into the military or becomes a cop or a lawyer, right? And lawyers are already known. Come on, it's no big secret, They get paid for lying and deceiving, okay? Moving to Leviticus 19. Okay. Here we go, Leviticus 19. Chapter 19. Verse 12. And you shall not swear by my name falsely, nor shall you profane the name of your Yahawah. I am the Lord. Well, they already did that. I will have to say that, they are, what's that word again? Slack, it was in the tip of my tongue. Illiterate, because they read the scripture, right? I mean, they have degrees, right? But they can't comprehend because surely it shows that they committed, by the way, in case you didn't know that, they committed blasphemy, right? That's a big no-no. When they did that whitewash, right, of document pictures, as many as they could, not all of them, see? Instead of keeping the original color of the true, color of Yahawashi and Yahawashi, they painted whitewash it, right? And on top of that, what they did, they changed the name, right? They gave it that Jesus J letter that was in the 1600, 1630 or something like that, right? Letter J, it comes from Greek and Latin, right? He's not Greek and he's not Latin. He's a Jew. So that's a big, there they committed treason. They put you, in plain English and be direct. They committed treason. So, that's how come they are doing everything else wicked, because they're aware of that. They're aware that, hey, we did this, it's no turning back. We're just going to have to get worse, right? And let's see if we can destroy everything before he comes, And with all the technology that they have, they believe that they're very powerful and mighty. Okay. Moving to Exodus 20, chapter 20, verse 16. Exodus here. 20. 16. Verse 16 says, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. Well, they do that all the time, right? Even the officers will bear false witnesses, right? Even the lawyers, they say, I'm here to help you with your rights, right? And once you surrender, once you let him talk, okay, that's it. Once you let him talk and you don't talk for yourself, you surrender your rights, and now he's going to say, well, he's a retarded fool, and he needs to be locked up so he can make money. He makes his money. Moving to Revelation 21:8. Yeah. We live in a crazy world that is not our system, man. You got to wake up and realize that. This ain't our world. Okay, I said 21. And here we go. Puerto Rico still is still debating about want to be a state or Commonwealth. Keep insisting that they're Puerto Ricans, right? And that their original language is Spanish, okay? When they're Israelites, okay? 800 stones, okay? Ancient stones have been found in Puerto Rico by the archaeologists of the guy that lives in Puerto Rico, of Puerto Rico, an Ephraim, right? Written in Paleo Hebrew. And they're still scratching their head. Oh, I guess those people are not here no more. And it's right in front of them, okay? That's how come, so-called America would never let them, become too high of power, because they read the scripture. They know that Ephraim will unite with the lion. And they cannot allow that. But then again, they can't stop it either. Okay, 21 verse 8. But the cowardly, unbelieving, abominable, murderous, sexually immoral, sorcerer, idolater, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. That's what you're going to get. That all those missiles in the world, around the world, Slovakia, that are aiming in this direction, okay, that's what's going to happen if you don't come back, okay? Now the Edomites and the other people that are not Israelites, that's not our concern. They didn't care about us, right? And now you want to start caring because you went to a 501c3 incorporated church that said to you, love everybody, right? That screws you and tattoos into you black and blue. And what you're going to say? Pastor Vaseline? Come on, man. You got to wake up. Because if you don't wake up, you're going to get burned on that second death. That's how serious it's going to be. Moving to Revelation chapter 22, verse 15. And that is right here. But outside are dogs and sorcerers and sexually immoral and murderers, idolaters, and whoever loves and practice a lie. Now, sorcerers, that's the pharmaceutical industry, right? And of course, the ones that are making those jabs, they are sorcerers too, right? And you see that they're very proud, very excited about what they're doing, right? Trying to convince the whole way this is going to really work. So what? A couple of people, die or stay crippled. We're saving the world. Okay, Matthew 5, Slovakia 34. Matthew 5, chapter 5, 30. Back to chapter 5 over here. Here we go. 34. And in red letters also. But I say to you, do not swear at all, neither by heaven, nor it is, for it is like Yahawah's throne. Well, it's too late because, they ignore that. Okay? I mean, they know his name, right? So they won't mention his name, right? And then they trick us, right? In doing the same thing, okay? But the difference between us Israelites and the Edomites, there is no forgiveness for them. For us, there is, right? There's a remedy where if you go out in the highways and byways as a living sacrifice, right? Through faith, work, fear will tremble, he will have mercy, right? Because he knows there's a sinful flesh, and we live in a sinful world, right? Why do you think he sent his son? He said, do these things, and trust that by doing these things that the scripture said, to do, he will be merciful. Okay? So that's good news. Moving to James chapter 5. I think James, I had it over here. Right here, give me a minute. Okay. Right here. Where are you, James? Just when I'm looking for you. Oh. Give me a minute. Right here. I found you. Chapter 5, verse 12. But above all, my brethren, do not swear either by heaven or by earth, or with any other oath, but let your yes be yes and your no's be no, lest you fall into judgment. So that's how come this one's so wicked that they want to always entrap you in paperwork where it has in the bottom, that you're being sincerely truthful. They have words of oath, and they're very happy when you're signing it. They're going like this because they, in their mind, he doesn't know the remedy to be safe. But now that they're realizing that, we are waking up all over the world and we found who we are in the remedy, okay? They don't like that, right? So now they're accusing us to be terrorists, right? And then, I thought when you say a terrorist, somebody's going to, having massive weapons and bombs. All we got is the Bible. All we do is talking from Scripture with authority. Right? Moving to Isaac, 66:1. Isaac, right over here, chapter 66. 66. Verse 1. Heaven is my throne, the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that you will build me? And where is the place of my rest? Yeah, we're going to find out. In 1 Kings chapter 8. All right, King. Where are you, King? Give me a minute. I got to look for my King. 1 King. Here we go, King. And that will be chapter 8. I got to keep my eyes on the minutes. Chapter 8, verse what? 27. 27. But, but will Yahawah indeed dwell on the earth? Behold, heaven and the heavens of heavens cannot contain you. How much less this temple which I have built. Right? Well, he's not talking about a building. Right? He's talking about the body. Okay? And he's saying this body cannot contain him. Why? Because it's a sinful body. But the new body can. You see how wise and smart and how Yahawah and Yahawashi is control of everything? How beautiful that is? Act 7. Chapter 7, Act. And I think I'll leave it, stop right there for tonight. What happened? I guess, oh, here it goes. Give me a minute. Act chapter 7. Chapter 7, verse 49. Yep, 49. Oh, right here. Heaven is my throne, the earth is my footstool. What house will you build for me, said Yahawah, or what is the place of my rest? Okay, so it's repeating again what it said in the other chapter, and it goes like this. To answer that question, I believe I go to Matthew 22, verse 44 in red letters, and I'll stop here, okay? Yahawah said to my Yahawashi, sit at my right hand till I make your enemies your footstool. Woo! And that's how he's going to do that. Okay? He's going to come back and he's going to clean house. Okay? They are unstoppable and unbreakable. So Edomites, I know you're getting ready with your toys. Okay? I know that we know, Slack, I just mean we know that you're getting ready for the next shutdown. But be quick about it. All right? Because we want this to be gone. We want all this to finish. All right? I know you guys don't want to leave. We'll are very aware of that. Okay? You want to keep living in the same hellhole, right? Because you know that your next life, you're going to slavery. All right? So with that I say, Shalom.